week. Obviously, when did you find out you weren't playing? How'd you handle that?
It was towards the back end of the week. Did everything that I thought that I could up to that point, and I guess it was just the best decision for me to sit that game and continue my rehab process and have a shot this weekend.
And what did you kind of do to help Garrett get ready for his first start?
Nothing really out of the ordinary. Us as a quarterback group will work together and find ways to help each other digest film, whether that's their film, whether that's our practice film, things like that. So nothing was really out of the ordinary, I would say. We all kind of grinded the same way, and Garrett was the one that ended up taking the rest on Saturday.
How tough is it to go through something like this? I mean, obviously you've waited a long time to become a starter and finally get that opportunity, and now you have to suffer through the injury.
It could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. So, I'm not really going to get into the woes me or anything like that. It's a violent physical sport, and things like this happen. So, I'm not, mentally down or anything like that. It's just kind of, the cards I'm being dealt right now, and I got to find a way to overcome it.
Are you feeling progress being made? You feeling better?
I do, and I feel a lot better than I did this time last week, coming off of the K-State game. So, taking the time to rest and not play the game Saturday was effective for me. So,
what is that quarterback room like right now? Because you're injured, KT is injured, Schrader, Maiden hasn't played yet. What is the week like for you guys leading up into this with these kind of injuries and setbacks?
Nothing out of the ordinary, I would say. Haven't really, focused on all the other things going into it. Taking the same weekly approach to this game that we did week one, and just figuring out the game plan, working through that, helping each other out is really the main focus. I wouldn't say the other things have affected that any.
How do you think Garrett did out there the other day?
I thought he played awesome. He really took it upon himself to prepare himself for the game. Just like I feel like all the guys have every week. We've really grinded and made sure that we all understand the game plan. And, kind of giving each other the helping hand has been a really good thing for us. And Garrett stepped up to the plate. He played really well. Obviously the stats show that, but it's not easy to do as a true freshman. I think that makes Garrett very unique. He's got a very bright future, as I'm sure you guys know, and I think he's going to win a lot of football games here.
Joe was talking in post game about the idea of having two quarterbacks on the field. Obviously, you've been that guy, played some receiver, running back, whatever. Think Garrett can pull that off as well? What kind of versatility do you think he could bring?
Yeah, I definitely think Garrett could do it, and I think that it's funny too because of how young he is. I think back to where I was a true freshman. There's no way. There's no way I could have done the things that I did at the back end of my career at Penn State. Garrett's very unique, very special. Like I just said, I think he's going to win a lot of football games here, and however we can, get our best guys on the field, given the situation, we're going to do.
You getting Garrett down the field for 30 yards or something like that?
It's going to help us win.
You and Keaton were expected to be the guys kind of competing for the starting position, and you guys both kind of watched him on Saturday. Where do you think that Garrett has maybe grown the most in the time that you've been together here at Mississippi State?
I think maturity-wise, he's grown up fast. He's kind of been forced to, and I think that I think that goes right with his personality. I think that the stage is never too big for Garrett, and I think that's a very good tool for him to have, especially playing quarterback. It's kind of just an unfazed attitude, I guess you can say. Nothing's really gonna rattle him. As long as I've known Garrett, I've never really seen him rattled. So it's a great tool for him to have, and he's only going to continue to grow.
You mentioned it a little bit, but as a true freshman, to I don't want to say master because I don't know how much of the playbook Garrett gets to run, how much is withheld, but for a true freshman to do what he's done in the first year with Joe's offense, you've been in the first year of Joe's offense before, but how impressive is it for him to be as far along with things as he is?
Yeah, it's very impressive, and I think that it's one, a credit to our coaching staff and the way to get our guys ready to play, and in the quarterback room in general. I think that we've all taken the correct approach each week to help each other out, and not to take away from Garrett. Garrett eventually has to go out and do it, which he did, and I think it's just an overall collective I guess accomplishment, I guess you could say. And I don't want to take away from Garrett either, because like I said, he's very special. I think he's got a really bright future. But it's a credit to all the guys that I guess help put together the operation.
Within the constraints of whatever they are, and getting ready for a game, the team, how do you keep yourself sharp, prepared as if you're going to play, and then at the same time kind of maintain for the remainder of the season to keep an edge on there?
I mean, I try to take the same approach, given I guess the things that I can do, and I guess having an injury kind of sometimes changes I guess the way that you can approach and things you can do in practice. And so as close as you can get to 100% obviously makes things a little bit easier, so you can take all the reps. But I guess if you can't do it, you have to find ways to make it right. And so whether that's increased film study, whether that's going over the notes with other guys, other quarterbacks, whatever you got to do to make yourself feel prepared. At least I guess from my perspective, I'm going to do. So I'm glad now where I'm getting healthy enough to be able to do some more things at practice, and excited to give it a chance this weekend and hopefully be able to play in the game.
On the playbook front, just like having been a true freshman learning Joe's offense, how hard is that? I mean, how complex is his offense relative to coming from high school?
I think that whether or not the complexity of this offense is more or less than somebody else's offense, at the same time it's different. It's not what he ran in high school, and so whether or not I do think that the way that this offense is taught, it's very pro player. I think that guys can come in and kind of understand things faster than maybe another offense, but it's easy for me to say because I've been in it for so long. But it's definitely different for Garrett, and I think that he's taken all the right steps. He's asked the right questions. He's done the right things to have a good grasp and put it to work. Obviously, he did that on Saturday.
Coach Moorhead said that there was a different mechanism in the shoulder. What did he mean by that?
I don't know if I'm allowed to get into that, but just some things that there at the back end of the week that weren't, I guess, progressing as much as we thought it would. And but given the extra week that I had, it's been able to progress more. So.